Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another round of One Piece. Wow, that's a terrible hand. That's better. Not the best, but better. We got our tools. Kiko, why can't you just be in the life like you're supposed to? There you go. Alright. Another 2K. I can play the Banish, but that only gets to attack for 7. That's just 2 cards. That is not good enough. Let's see if they want to get out of a 9. They do want to get out of a 9. That's good, because next turn I'm going to punish you really heavy for that. So they're back down to 5. Play 1. I'd really like to get out of their next swing. Yeah, that's definitely not getting through. Play a card. Played Pudding. That worked out really poorly for you. I lost all of my mid-game, but you know what? That's fine. I don't think you're getting out of that there, guy. You have to have another brick 2-1. Wow. Oh, their life's too high. I was like, man, why can't I attach? It's because their life's too high. Oh, good. We're going to play this game for a while. Oh, I got just nothing but 2Ks. You'll never believe this, but I got another one. There's literally no point in doing anything else because I don't have anything else. Okay, we are going to be looking for another Banish. That's what we want. But man, our hand is 2-2-2-2-1. That's good enough. There you go. Just threaten this. This will kill this. I am going to take a hit here. Doesn't draw us a young girl. They're going to probably play that. No, they got more heal. Could you knock it off? Well, I think just because of the sheer amount of heal, I think I am going to lose. That'll help. I could get out of it, but it doesn't matter because I have to deal with 4 massive attacks next turn. Play this, hope for the 3rd Banish. We got low odds of finding it because our Nami Banish isn't searchable. These, and we only got 2 left of these in the deck. Found it! So that's 8. It'd have to be a brick 2K. Or I can go 9, which would be a 2-1. I have to go 9-9. It has to be an 8 first. We're just going to see if this is. It wasn't. Guess what, buddy? 10. Got him. That's why you take all your life, because I wasn't surviving another turn. 100% I wasn't surviving another turn. I think we played that one about as good as we could have. What did you guys think? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Is Yamato good enough for the Heroines battle? I don't know, but she sure is fun. I do like some of the new support and the ability to bounce all this. We never even saw the Yamato that is new to the deck. Don't know where she was at, and she was not coming. Let me know what you guys think. It's a pretty fun deck. I think that's all I got, though. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I'd love to see it. That'd be awesome. Make me happy. Appreciate it. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of One Piece. That's not a particularly good opening hand. Yeah, we're going to mulligan that. I don't like that hand at all. I like this. This is a little better, at least. Do I take this from 4? This is just so slow. It's only good if it comes out of life. We'll just take another 2K, I guess. It's a shame we missed our banish there, but what do you do? We got chances to find it, because we're going to just be going deep fast. Oh, they're playing the Thriller Bark Engine, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, but they say I'm cool with this. So we got him down to 2 immediately. They played Kikanojo, put 1 there. I'm not feeding you cards. And oh man alive. Not seeing any of our Yamatos. Really is sucky here. Let's do this. They're gonna go for a search. Goes and draws of 85. Cool. So they're at 0. So they need a heal. They don't find a heal. So I have to deal with a 6 and a 7. They've already burned me, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it's a 7 and a 7. They didn't use the girl's effect yet. Sure. No blocker. And you can have a 2 and a 1. Okay, 12. There's no way you're out of counter yet. There we go. Okay, we got them up to 5 cards. They need to find some blockers, and they need to find them fast. We play Gecko Moria. Cool, so we got real attackers now. think it's fine to do this because these two Dawn get to go somewhere anyways. So what's my good numbers here? So 2 are going to go here. So that's an 8 already. But I want to get through first. I think 9 is probably the best we're going to do. They had to use so many Dawn. Yeah, GG. So we killed them on 8 Dawn. That's how you kill Nami, just as fast and as hard as you can. And I only got 1 character trigger there. And it would have been fine if we didn't, because I could have just put it here. We'd have been 1 shire, but they weren't anywhere near what they needed to be. Alright, let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Is Yamato good enough to play in the Heroines tournament? Nami is super dangerous, but the nice part about us is we're just swinging such big numbers that it doesn't really matter. The only thing that makes them super dangerous is when they can start healing a bunch. But if you kill them on their first 8 Dawn turn, what's it really matter? I don't know. I think that's all I got for you, though. I'll catch you in the next one. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the deck list for Yamato from OP06. Double attack. Activate main once per turn. If your opponent has 3 or less life, attach up to 2 Rested Dawn cards to one of your characters. It's a pretty basic effect, but the double attack really does do work for putting on the aggro, and you'll see what I mean here in today's games. And it's doing especially good because of how many banish options we have in the deck. And that is just good enough into the yellow heavy meta right now. The real troubling leaders have a really good time with triggers, but even like the green decks right now for the Heroines battles, like Bonnie or Carrot, really do suffer if you can just rip away all their resources. So let's take a quick wander through the deck list. Run 4 Kikanojo. It's a land of 102k. That's really all it's there for, and that's good enough. I know Mihawk's all about that, but right now it's just a searchable 2k for us, and we really enjoy that. And then we've got Otama, just another good 2k. It doesn't have any good effects because I don't think your opponents are going to be running Smile or Animal type characters. So it's just another searchable 2k for us. And finally we have Izo, our final 2k. Well, I shouldn't say our final green 2k, because we are in fact on 12 2ks in this list. And then we've got Kozuki Hiyori, a 4-cost 0 plus 1000. Activate main, you place this character in your trash. Place up to one of your 5 or less land of 1 type characters other than Kozuki Hiyori from your hand into play, then draw 1 card. It's basically for if you're on the even curve on 4, you can just play this out and cheat out something like this new Yamato. We will get to that here in just a quick second, though. Perona is a 5-cost 6000 attack plus 1 counter. On play, up to 2 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. Just really solid for holding down blockers. When people just want to go blocker heavy, it works really, really well against both Boa and who is that leader? The Alabasta leader, the new one. I'm spacing on it. The red-blue Alabasta leader. Vivi, that's who we're thinking of. It just holding their blockers down, make it so they can't block, and it just is good enough. Once you pull their blockers out from under them, those decks just collapse. And then, of course, we've got Law, a 6-cost, 6000 attack brick. If you have 1 or less life cards, he gains blocker. That's not important. On play, you may return 1 character to your hand. Play up to 1 character card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand rested. You're using it mostly to bounce this Perona back and forth, because that's really what you want to do. You just want to stop them from being able to rest their blockers. It's okay if you need to get something like a banish back out, but really it's just there to make it so that we can hold their board down. And once it's done that job, it usually just becomes an attacker because there's so many answers to blockers in these formats, that's just good enough. And then we've got our 1-cost 0 attack plus 1000 Yamato card. Dawn times 2, your turn, this character gains plus 3000. So it becomes a 5k once you use your leader effect to put 2 Rested Dawn underneath it. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal to 1 land a Wano type character with the cost of 2 or more and at your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. It's just a really good searcher because it's also an attacker, because that's what the deck wants to do. Attack, attack, attack. And it'll absorb hits for you guys, which is really good because if they miss their searchers, this thing becomes very good. And then, of course, we've got Nami, a 2-cost 3000 attack plus 1000 counter. On play, get up to one of your leaders or characters banish. We're just going to play this not on our 3-Dawn turn, but on our 5-Dawn turn, because we want to attack for 8 at least when we are going for that banish, because that's what gets set out of there. We're going to attack on our 3-Dawn turn for 7 or 8, and they're almost always going to get out of it. But that following one, because you've deprived them of resources, this is usually good enough to get that banish off. And then, of course, we've got Tama, another 2k counter, 2-0. You may rest this character and add 1 card from the top and bottom of your life card up to one of your leaders or characters gains plus 3000 power during this turn. You don't use that almost ever, but it is a searchable 2k, and that's what's important. It's also got an okay trigger of resting up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. It's good for knocking down blockers, and that's really what you're hoping for, like best case scenario, if you could knock Boa's blockers down. But it doesn't come up a whole lot. And then, of course, we've got Izo. This is our search target off of that Yamato on our turn 1. The more of these we have, the better. It gains blocker when we give it 2 Dawn, and on play, our leader gains banish, and that is good enough. We just want to combine these two and just slam that banish into those yellow decks, punish them for wanting to trigger all the time, and beat up those pesky green decks by depriving them of all the resources they have a problem holding on to. Alright, and then we have Kikinojo, a 4-cost 6000 brick. On KO, if your opponent has life is 3 or less, place the top card of your deck onto the top of your life. But most importantly, its trigger. If your opponent has life is at 3 or less, play this card. That's really good because we're going to smash double attack into a bunch of these 4 life leaders, and that's going to trigger pretty much every time. And it's good enough. And it's really good to bounce with our Kozuki Momonosuke here in a second. Then, of course, the yellow card that every deck wants to run as soon as it got printed. The 5-cost 6000 plus 1 counter, Nami. On play, give up to 1 Rested Dawn card to your leader. Then if your opponent has 3 or more life cards, your opponent adds 1 card from the top of their life to their hand. So it's just a nice burn card. But on KO, you may turn 1 card on top of your life face up, play up to 1 character with 6,000 power or less from your hand. And that's pretty much the entire deck. There is nothing that can't cheat out for us. And then, of course, we've got the new Yamato, a 5/6 plus 1. Give up to 3 Rested Dawn cards to your land of Wano type leader. On KO, trash up to 1 card from the top of your opponent's life card. So it's got burn now, which is really good. And because it puts 3 of our Rested Dawn on our leader, it makes it so our leader is going to attack for 8, and then the remaining 2 Dawn used for its play are going to be used with leader effect to hopefully we put on our character, either on Izo for some defense or a Yamato Searcher for some offense. Very good. And then finally we've got Kozuki Momonosuke, a 5-cost 6000 attack brick. But it is a blocker, and on play, place up to 1 of your land of Wano-type characters other than Kozuki Momonosuke on the top or bottom of your owner's life. So generally what you want to do is you want to attack with this Kikinojo, and then use it to bounce it to the top of your life card, and then cheat it right back out on the next turn when your opponent attacks you. That way you get a kind of free blank attack out of them. And then of course we've got 3 Dead Man's Games. Good enough just to make sure that if they put blockers that are too big in your way, or they leave a bunch of Dawn up for events, we just want to put it down, and we just want to keep smashing in as fast and as often as we can. I will say it's really important with this deck to know that you are going to want to attack for ideal numbers, like 9s into a bunch of those leaders that have all the protection events.
7s if you're just trying to burn cards early and they don't have anything up. You just want to make sure that you can attack really good numbers. 8s into anything that's a 6k leader. But that's really what gets you there with this leader, is knowing the optimal numbers to swing. Just for a quick mention, curve really is best if you want to go second, I think, because you want to play as many of these as you can. If you get 2 of these in your opening hand, keep it. It's good enough. It's really that good, because then you've got multiple free swings and you get to search a bunch. But you're also going to be searching for these, and you're going to play these on your turn 2 or 1, and then on your turn 2 or 3, you're going to not play anything and just put all your Dawn here and attack for 8 or 9 double attack to get them down. And then, because they'll get out of your like 7 or 8, but they do not want to get out of your 8 or 9 after that because their resources are going to be too low. So what you're going to do is punish them for counting out of that first one by playing one of these or one of these, and then just smash in for a much larger attack with Banish. And then they're going to lose all those resources. Or they're going to counter out. They're going to lose all those resources. And then on the following turn, on your 6s and 7s, you're going to want to play this or this, depending on how successfully they've been building their board. This is good for trashing their life if they've been able to defend really well. This is just good for aggression because they don't want to do anything to it, because on KO they're going to trash another life, and it gives a really good effect as well. And you just want to play these every turn, pretty much. This will be a good option on the like 8 or 9 Dawn turn to hold down blockers if they're just going full blocker to try and hold you off. I will say, if you don't win by like your first 9 or 10 Dawn turn, you're probably not going to win. You want to kill them that fast. I have been winning games before my opponent gets to 10 Dawn. If they're on 9, great, we got them. GG. This is your kill card. If they don't leave anything up, though, it's just playing out more stuff and smashing in. This is your freest attack. So if you get multiple of these in the late game, great. Because you can play one, put the 3 underneath your leader, use your leader effect, put the 2 underneath your other attacker, and then you've basically just cheated out another body to threaten them with later. So the more of these you get out, the better. This is only really good if you're trying to burn out their life. Most leaders are fine with that. Let me know what you guys think. Is Yamato going to be good enough for the Heroines Cup? I think she will. But you guys tell me. Do me a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. It makes me very happy when you do. I appreciate you very much. But I think that's all I got. So I'll catch you later.